Hey everyone, today we're going to compare these two iPads. The one on the left hand side is the 8th gen iPad, whereas the one on the right hand side is the 6th gen iPad. So we're going to check what are the similarities and the differences. Also, we're going to check the performance of both the iPads and see which one is better. Coming to the similarities, both are Retina display and both have the similar camera, which is 1.2 megapixel front camera, and the rear camera is 8 megapixel wide camera on both of them, and both have a single camera. As you can see, both of them have a lightning connector. Design is almost same. Both works with Apple Pencil first generation. The capacity of the comes with 32 GB and 128 GB. Both the iPad display has 264 pixels per inch, and both are 500 nits brightness. Both have fingerprint resistance oleophobic coating. The battery capacity on both the iPads are same, which is up to 10 hours of surfing the web, Wi-Fi, or watching or listening to audio and video. Also, we can see both have same bezels on either side. Now let's check out the difference. The very first difference what you can see is the display. The 8th gen iPad has a 10.2 inch display, whereas the older iPad, which is the 6th gen, has a 9.7 inch display. The 8th gen also has 812 bionic chip, whereas the 6th gen has a 810 bionic chip. However, the good part is the 6th gen is still getting Apple update. And one of the 6th gen iPad what I'm using here is a 32 gig, the entry level, whereas the 8th gen is 128 GB. So if you're using it only for checking mails or browsing the web, I think the 32 GB is sufficient. However, if you're keeping all the files and photos and other important documents in your iPad, then 128 GB will do the work. Coming to the keyboard connectivity, the 8th gen supports smart keyboard, whereas the 6th gen supports only the Bluetooth keyboard. I can see the thickness is similar on both the iPad. However, the 8th gen iPad is a bit longer due to the huge screen. There is no changes in the location of the volume button and the power button, the headphone jack. It's all in the same place. As I mentioned earlier, you can see the display is bigger in the 8th gen iPad. It's really good for watching movies or reading documents and so on. So this is a significant improvement compared to the older iPads, because they always maintain the same display for a very long time. Starting from 7th gen, iPad have increased the display to 10.2 inch, and since then they are maintaining that screen. 10.2 is a decent size for an iPad. Now let's compare the performance of both the iPad, the A10 versus the A12. So right, I'm going to launch Safari first on both the iPad at the same time. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's seems to be a tie. All right, App Store, 1, 2, 3. The 8th gen loaded a bit faster. Settings, 1, 2, 3. All right, so I don't see any difference in performance while trying to open an app. Let's run a test and see what's the score. Okay, so I've launched Geekbench ML. In terms of device info, you can see the difference here. This one is 8th gen iOS 14.7.1, same OS. 812 here, 810 at 2.32 gigahertz. This is at 2.49 gigahertz. This memory is 3 GB, whereas this one is 2 GB. Okay, run interference benchmark. Let's wait for it. Right, the benchmark is completed on the 8th gen iPad and got completed on this one just now. So you can see 8th gen scored a 554, whereas the 6th gen scored a 432. So this is expected because this has faster CPU. This has the 812 bionic chip, additional 1 GB of RAM. 812 bionic chip has 6 core, whereas the 810 has 2 core. Right, so let's check out the display difference. So both are running at full brightness. see both the display has the same clarity, same brightness, same contrast. However, the iPad 8 Gen has a bigger screen which is for watching videos, as I mentioned earlier. So typing on both the iPads, I feel the 8 Gen iPad is more comfortable because the keyboard is a bit more wide compared to the 6 Gen. When it comes to the weight, the 8 Gen weighs around 490 grams, which is close to half kg, whereas the 6 Gen iPad weighs around 469 grams. We can see both the iPads are space gray, but the 10th Gen iPad, the space gray color is a bit darker compared to the 6th Gen iPad. My personal preference, I like the darker space gray color because this looks more or less like an aluminum and this looks like a actual space gray. Given that iPad 9 Gen is out in the market, so do you want to consider buying the 8 Gen? I can see the price difference is not much when compared to the 9 Gen. If you're looking for a better camera, a higher storage and a faster chip, then I suggest you can go for iPad 9 Gen because as I mentioned earlier, it's the price difference is negligible. The 9 Gen iPad is selling at $42,900 for 64 GB Wi-Fi and cellular, whereas the 8 Gen iPad is selling at $41,900 for 32 GB Wi-Fi and cellular. So going for the 9 Gen is the best option as of now. Hope you enjoyed my video. Thanks for watching and please subscribe and like my channel. Cheers.